Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Justin Herbert on the road in Minnesota. Big come from behind win. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the YouTube channel, you will love the Patreon community. The link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Justin Herbert just making ridiculous throws all over the place. This sure looks like sevens on the outside or circuses. Now, this is a ridiculous throw. The arm strength, the accuracy, it's crazy. And he makes these throws more often than damn near any other person in the league. He really does. These are ridiculous throws, lasers across the field. The crazy thing about this rep is not only is it a crazy throw, it really is. I don't want to undersell how impressive this throw is. To me, all this route is up, in, and then we're going to put it over a cloud corner here. Okay, so that in and of itself is an impressive throw. The wild thing here for me is this is middle field open. The ball probably should go to the middle field read for a touchdown. Okay, so it can be this crazy of a throw and pass on probably an easier touchdown. So, I mean, it's kind of shake your head stuff. I mean, read this thing out. You tell me, would you throw it to the number 2 up top down the middle of the field? I think he would. I think I would. I mean, throw it at the top of the N. That's a hell of an easier throw than this. Now, that's not taking anything away from this throw. This throw is crazy. But we're missing a touchdown up top, right? By the number 2. I just continue to just kind of shake my head at this cat. It's the arm talent is next otherworldly. But seemingly every time I throw it on here, there's something where you're just like, man, this just doesn't quite make sense. It's crazy. It's impressive. Next one here, touchdown pass to the number 1 up top. Going to be the new number 2. This looks like a first level RPO. It's a ridiculous throw, arm angle. The fact that he can throw such a fastball with this crazy arm angle, he's not the only guy in the league that can do this arm angle thing. Although in and of itself, I think that is pretty special. But this just looks like zone read. Doesn't need to have his feet set and just flicks it around him. But it's the way he flicks it. So it's the fastball. It's the velocity out of the arm. So we're just going to read this first level C-gap defender. So right here, he can't be right. He's going to come here. We're going to get what I'm used to calling just like a little pick or rub. And then where the touchdown ends up going on this little flat spear or arrow screen. Now the thing that's wild to me is that when he goes to drop this down, so his feet aren't lined up, right? His feet are lined up for the handoff. When he drops this thing down, you see a lot of guys drop it down and like flick it out, and it comes out almost like a changeup. This comes out like a fastball. And there's just almost, I honestly can't think of anybody else who spins it quite like this with the velocity, the pop. There are a handful of guys across the league that can do all the arm angles, have the arm strength, but the pop, the way it just jumps out of his hand, almost like video game glitch-ish. It's crazy. Next one here, 3rd and 7. This is just Justin Herbert making Keenan Allen right. Keenan Allen has no idea what he has here. He's confused. Got people all over Justin Herbert. He's getting trucked to the ground. Got the ball falling all over the place. Justin Herbert just makes them right. You can look at 13 on the left. He doesn't know what he has. What do I got? Bubble option? No, don't worry. My quarterback will just trust me and we'll get it right. And then I'll eventually get the ball back. So watch 13, the number 3 up top. He runs like, oh, do I have a bubble? Nope. Do I have an option? A choice? I'll just hinge open here. Someone's on my right arm. So the center's taking an L. Someone's on my right shoulder. Buy enough time, take off, get slammed to the ground, put it right on him. I mean, he essentially just putting this offense on his back. I mean, there's nothing about this play says it should work. We got pass pro issues. Thanks, running back. Does he not like the center? Help us out, dog. Come on, that running back, you have to help the center there. It just like looks at him and he's like, no, I'm not going to hit you. That's awesome. That's so impressive from Herbert. Wow. Next one. Now we start just putting on a clinic of Herbert beating zero pressure. So birds on a fence, they're going to bring zero pressure. He gets the ball out perfectly. Can't hold on to it for him. I mean, it's a perfect example of a quarterback getting the ball out of his hand quickly, getting it to the right guy, being decisive, putting it right on him, and the defense getting fortunate, and they do a good job of knocking the ball out, coming from the back end. But man, this is so nice from Herbert. Catch, throw. I mean, not even taking a hit, getting the ball out of your hands, getting it to the guy running towards your end zone. There's just so much to like. Everything except holding on to the ball. So again, the look that we talk about on this channel is birds on a fence. That is birds on a fence. They're all at the same depth off, all a little bit inside. You know, the Chargers do a great job all game of doing what I'm going to call this just like little quick slant. And then the inside guy, it's almost like he's blocking. So it's almost like a pseudo screen. And I mean, it's made to order. They do it a number of times. The Chargers hit it and keep hitting it. You got to hold on to the ball, obviously. But I mean, that's pretty sweet, right? I mean, it sure looks like Allen, that slot up top, is coming off looking to block. Take the hit off. It's executed perfectly except hold on to the ball. And it's a nice job from the Vikings coming from the inside out, going and being violent and aggressive at the point of attack. But man, from a quarterback perspective, beating zero, I don't know why you would want to blitz this guy particularly. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't mean that I have all the answers. Obviously not. And that's a nice job from 58 coming in there. Look at him hunt up that punch. That is sweet. Ball's out. Good on them. We're going to get zeroed again here. We're going to run the same concept, this time to the bottom. So now the number 1 gets the quick slant. The number 2 is blocking. Herbert gets the ball out of his hand. You know, they continue to zero us. And, you know, theoretically, if we could hold on to the ball, we just keep doing this down the field. I mean, none of it makes sense to me. You can see Herbert doing the same signal. I mean, whatever that little signal is, arms folded. I mean, it was all day. Catch. They come. They do zero. Everybody blitzes. Catch, throw it on them. I mean, just a really nice job. Great plan for handling that pressure. I mean, again, birds on a fence. Punt rush. Really easy to see when they're all standing up. Just great execution. A solid plan to handle pressure. And that's the other thing. If you're, you know, trying to learn the quarterback position or better understand ball, you got to have a plan versus zero every week. And this is a pretty sweet plan. Little, you know, essentially like glorified screen out there for a slant. Love it. Next one here, they're going to go zero again. This time we're going to take a shot up top. Just run by him. The corner doesn't think you can hold on to the ball. He doesn't believe you're going to have time to make these kind of throws. And Justin Herbert has the arm strength to throw this ball backing up. And the back doesn't block it right either. So they don't block it right, but we're still able to get this throw off. It's just ridiculous. It's silly, if I'm being honest. So if you have the opportunity to throw it down the field versus zero, it's usually a great opportunity for a shot. Why it's a great opportunity for a shot is these corners or DB types, birds on a fence here, they are anticipating the ball coming out quickly. So they're going to be ready to jump. We've already hit them with those quick slants. You know, down here to the bottom, I think they run multiple, like little triple slants. So this is open. This is open. Everything is open down here to the bottom. But if you have enough time to be able to bail and you have the arm strength to make this throw, that's the other thing about it, is this throw going backwards with what should be a free runner from the outside is a crazy difficult throw. It just doesn't happen in the league very often. I can't overstate how difficult this is. And the back doesn't block it correctly. So just watch the route up top. You're just going to blow right by him. But then for Herbert to make this throw without really setting his feet. So we're bailing, quick set our feet, fall away, fade away. It's a dot. It's a dot. So the back here, it looks like he's got the left A gap. So if I had to guess, the back is right here, 1 to 2. When this left guard goes to set here, they run a little pick screen, meaning that this backer is going to run into this guy. He's trying to set a pick so that his buddy here can go get the sack. So a few things. The world-class thing to do here would be to try to pass this off with the guard. Okay, that's next level. That's really difficult for any back. Okay, I don't anticipate any back making that. But if you're going to do that, you'd love to hang in there heavy and help the guard. If not, then you're going to come off here and help the free runner that you should go to on your duel. So that idea being that it's 1 to 2 on the back's duel. Once it's almost like, I call it pizza theory. So once his guy is eaten by another guy, you need to eat the other guy's piece of pizza. You're not just going to say, I'm not going to eat. Right? So if you don't do that, you at least got to go take the hit off on the outside. So watch that kind of stunt on the left guard here. So they pick him. Boom. Now you'd love a more veteran back is going to pizza that thing and hang in that A gap waiting for 51 or 91. Instead, he goes off and at least he takes the edge off somebody. But man, Justin Herbert's got a free runner in the A gap. He drops away at an angle. He throws a fadeaway go. Y'all, that is such good, crazy quarterback play. I honestly, it's out of this world. I mean, if anything there, you'd love 5 to keep his feet and go score a touchdown. I'm not sure why we're falling out of bounds here. Man, what a throw. Holy moly. Next one here, touchdown pass, 4th and 1. We're going to shift. We're going to motion to 3-by-1, super wing, run power pass to the bottom, flat, shallow, in. Great job settling up by 89 here. And this is a heater. He throws this thing with serious juice. So shift from the eye to the wing, double wing. We're going to motion. Back cuts the edge. No. Boom. I mean, that's so fast. The only thing I would add here is that the Vikings do a decent job of sorting this thing out. So the first read here is normally into the flat. So if we're going to try to get the ball into the flat with the motion guy, he's 1. Boom. It's usually paired with someone running the back line and then kind of like this meshy element of it here. And so normally I would say the one thing I would add here is that for the number 2, for this guy coming across, if the flat isn't there, so the flat's 1, the guy coming across number 2 is usually under the over part of the mesh. So that would be the only thing I would add here if that was clean. And then again, I know he throws a fastball for a touchdown here, but you can see the back line in coming open. So if this thing wasn't here, so the backside comes across and doesn't settle up like this, and he does a nice job of catching a heater, you can see the lane here for this thing if it's got enough time to be able to work that back line. So just read this thing out. Is the flat there to the bottom? No, it's leveraged, right? He doesn't even look. Work the mesh. There it is. And then you can see that back line 7 working on the back line there. So if you didn't like the mesh settle up, the back line's going to win. But man, he that thing so hard. 4th and 1. I mean, I love the aggressiveness. I love putting it in Herbert's hands. Make him make a play. Almost looks like he could run it himself too there. But I mean, look at this throw. I mean, that is pure velocity beating that linebacker because they sort it out pretty good. They don't run with the mesh. They sort it out coverage-wise. Whoom. But you can see here, if he wanted to put that thing high up on the base of the flagpole right in the corner, that thing's got a chance for a touchdown too. That's a hell of a throw. What a 4th down. Wow. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel, so thank you for taking the time and doing it. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. You want even more Quarterback School content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I appreciate your support. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics: RPOs, tempos, pass protection. How to Beat Every Coverage is the best-selling course, and then we have an entire offense available through the JTO system. So if you're interested in any and all of those courses, the link is in the video description. Get over there and enroll. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one, 2nd and long. We're going to throw a go up top. I'll be honest, I'm not sure necessarily how this is completed. I'm not sure how he even gets to this. There's no window. It's a hell of a catch. The catch brings him back a little bit. It's just a massive big play. I mean, look how frustrated the corner is. There's nothing you can do here. I don't even necessarily think this is a great throw. I mean, it's an impressive throw, but look at the catch. I mean, there's no window. The ball's a little inside. I mean, that's a beautiful catch. My goodness. This to me looks like an iteration of, in the West Coast world, what I would call drive out. So drive to the bottom, out up top to the slot. The ball normally, I would say, would go to Keenan Allen here. Now, maybe if you thought the corner was cheating up top and going to drive that out, you would throw that thing. If it wasn't there, I think I have a full video on this play, if I'm being honest. This idea being, here's where the ball goes. In a perfect world, you'd like a bigger window than he leaves, getting pushed to the sideline. But then this is normally where the ball goes on the out, and then it's usually paired with drive and a basic that can kind of hunt this thing up so he doesn't have to run to get covered here. And it just works all the way across the field. On this one, it would be right to left. But man, good on you. I mean, when you are feeling it, get a heat check here. Pretty impressive. I mean, good for you, Justin Herbert, Chargers. Big shot, throwing it with your feet in the end zone. It's a hell of a hookup. I'm not sure exactly how often you can do this type of throw, but man, he just continues to defy the odds down the field. Next one here, 2nd and 4. Little play action, post to the bottom, over up top. Nice job here fighting through that hand arm tackle. Buy enough time, floating out to your left. Keep your eyes down the field. Find Allen on the over. Again, you can see him point out the pass pro issues to the left. 28's got to be able to hold up. He can't. Just that little pressure, get out and go. Again, great eyes, good vision. Just big plays all over the place. Kevin can't believe it. My guy's not going to break that. Get outside the pocket like that. It's just posting and over. I mean, there's nothing there other than the fact that he's got to buy some time. Look at him fight through that arm tackle. Right there. Strength, vision, flip your hips. Good enough ball. Nice little chunk. That's awesome. It's just Justin Herbert. You don't realize, sometimes you forget how big some of these guys are. A little arm tackle like this is not going to bring this guy down. He's got arms all over the place, got essentially a free runner with a game right in front of his face. He just runs away from the big guy. Thank you. Just creating out of structure. It's awesome. Next one here, beautiful call. If there was ever a kind of swing screen double pass setup, it was right here for the Chargers. They threw so many perimeter screens this game. My goodness. Everybody's open on this one. This looks like back in the day, that fastest show on turf when those guys ran down together. This is wide open. Nice job from Keenan Allen. Play buddy ball out there. Everybody's open. Could punt that thing out there. Don't miss a layup. Again, you can't overstate the call also because they did so many kind of SROs, RPOs that I didn't put in this video because it would be 2 hours long of screen throwing, but it was set up. It's the layering of the play call. I mean, look, how rare is it to get two guys this wide open on a double pass? I mean, my goodness, they allow Keenan Allen to do reads on this thing. Take your pick. Big throw. Again, just beautiful, aggressive play calling with great design where plays are layered on top of each other. You've already been hurting them on the perimeter with these screens. Now you come out, have a little double pass, trust your guys, go make a play. Look at that. Love it. Next one here, 3rd and 9, little strip sack fumble. And it's crazy because it looks like it's going to be 0, but they bail out of there. So it ends up being not 0. So this is the thing about having a 0 plan sometimes. You have to, if they don't blitz, your plan still has to have answers. So right here, you can see him checking into this protection. This is full slide, offensive line to the left. The back's coming to the right. Herbert has to know here, for me, when you are hit the top of your drop here and you get up, because it's there's room in the pocket. You got to dip and rip. So take that right shoulder, turn your body in, protect the ball. And again, easier said than done. I get it. Clicker, marker, yada, yada. I will say the other thing for me, and this is one of those things that comes back from people ask me all the time, what's the difference between, different levels of football? This is one of those things that for me, this answer versus blitz works really well versus in high school. And you can even get away with it in college because this is there for me. And what I mean by that is I'm talking about the pass protection, but we'll talk through the routes to start. This is just dagger. It's there. That's a little clear. It's going to be a nice hit. If he's able to hold on to the ball, if he can dip and rip at the back of this thing, take his right shoulder, turn it in, reset and throw it out there, it's going to be a big hit. Now, the part that doesn't work in the league, in my opinion, is full slide. So the offensive line is going to their gap to their left. And then the back is coming across the formation. and he's going to block the first thing off the right tackle's right hip. That works almost all the time in high school and oftentimes in college. It doesn't work in the league, in my opinion, because if this back has to block one-on-one versus an NFL edge player, like a defensive end, professional pass rusher, that is not the matchup you want, damn near ever. And so you have to know that as a quarterback, and you have to realize, I don't have enough time to sit back here and hold on to this thing, triple hitch it. So watch the back come across. I mean, he tries. It's not great technique. He's a, one pump and dump jump. But I mean, that's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup for any running back in the league that's ever played football. But man, it's a bummer because you see that deep in up top working. So answers like this are just tough to do consistently in the league, in my opinion. It's not to say that you never do them. You just realize that if they bail out, I don't have my normal time clock to take 2 or 3 hitches here. I've got to get the ball out. I've got to play this like hot because my back is blocking one-on-one versus a defensive NFL edge player, which is tough. It really doesn't matter who it is. It could be a practice squad guy. It's going to be a tough matchup for every running back. So close to being a big play. Fortunate right there to get it back. Next one here. I put this one on here just because this is a ridiculous throw to the slot out. It's a nice stem from Keenan Allen. This is a handoff. Sometimes you'll hear me say handoff of a throw or on the body on the break. Those are almost always in breaking routes. Okay, and coming from a guy who threw a lot of changeups, it's a hell of a lot easier to do that on in breaking routes versus out breaking routes. So watch the stem down here by the slot. So he's going to set him up inside, then come out of it. And as he comes out of it, that's good coverage. The guy's in his hip. Watch the ball Herbert throws here with the little lowercase a. I mean, you literally could not go out there and hand Keenan Allen the ball better. You couldn't. And he throws a fastball. It's not a lollipop. There's no touch. That is a heater. That is special arm talent. And this isn't like a one-off throw, like, once every quarter of the season, I throw this ball. This is once a quarter, once a series type of arm action. This next play, 3rd and 17, is nothing other than stupid. We're going to roll to the left and throw a deep dagger down here to the bottom. There's maybe 1 or 2 other guys in the league that would even attempt this throw. But they would make the throw, but it wouldn't have this kind of pop on the throw. So outside the numbers, throwing it back across the field, that's not like a scramble throw, y'all, where Keenan Allen finds an area in the zone. He throws this out of structure, second window in. Just watch the route to the bottom. That's really, he's still in the kind of, I guess it would be the second window, a big second window. That's just dagger. He's out of the pocket, out of structure, outside the numbers, and throws the in the second window across the field. That's not a scramble throw. Now, he might settle in that big window longer than normal, but let that wash over you. 5, go, by time, 3rd and 17. I threw a dagger across the field in a late second window throw. It is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This is bananas. That's bananas. And then on the touchdown pass here, the sweet irony, if you're a Vikings fan, the one time Justin Herbert finally makes a mistake or a poor throw, you miss the interception and it turns into a touchdown. It's tough, man. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm laughing just because Justin Herbert's making ridiculous throws. And when you're throwing the ball so well that you finally make a mistake, that it goes through the corner's hands and for a touchdown, you are just living right. Poor 21. Holy moly. There's nothing really you can say here other than the fact that I hate when the back cuts in the backfield. I feel like I say that once a week also. But he goes to make this throw. He's made this throw. He makes this throw at the back pylon. It's a strike. It's a walk-in. He underthrows it by 15 yards. He hasn't missed a throw like this all day. You finally get your chance. Now, it's a diving two-handed catch, but it goes through his hands. It's brutal. You know what I want to say. I'm going to say it. If 21 could catch, he'd be playing offense. But man, this has got to that is brutal. Then the last one here, this is the 4th and 1 call. 150 left. The Vikings have no timeouts. I actually like the call to go for it here. I really do. I'm all for it. I'm not for this play call. Justin Herbert, best player on the field, got to have the ball in his hands. He's already converted a 4th and 1 with a special play. To do this to this guy on this roster, it doesn't make sense to me. We essentially lose 3 one-on-one blocks up there. I'm not sure about what's going on at right guard as far as what we're doing, overstepping. Put your tight end in a really tough position with what your left tackle's doing. I would say the left guard and left tackle don't help us at all here. And we just get stuffed. I mean, you got no chance there playing tight end to make that block. So philosophically, I always want to put the ball in the best player's hands in these types of situations. But if you're not going to do that, you at least have to put your others in good angles to have successful blocks. And so for me here, just the miscommunication up front is almost worse than the play call. Like, at least give yourself a chance to blunt the people in front of you. Don't be stepping all over each other, missing people right at the point of attack. The left tackle, or I should say the right tackle. Sorry if I kept saying left. I meant the right guard, right tackle. Right guard steps poorly. The right tackle full on whiffs. And the tight end has no chance. So, I mean, it's a disaster, dumpster fire. And they're fortunate to come out of it at that kind of play call. So that is a wrap. Justin Herbert, the Chargers, nice win on the road, overcoming a little bit of nonsense as far as the play call specifically there at the very end of that thing. I overall like the decision to go for it there. Don't love the play call. Certainly don't love how it was blocked up front on the right side. Beyond that, quarterback-centric. Justin Herbert continues to make absolutely bananas throws, like constantly. Every quarter, there seemingly are throws where you're just like, holy moly, that is a crazy throw. That's another crazy throw. And I think when you layer it into the film and actually watch it with some detail, you see that occasionally he misses some maybe easier throws, but it doesn't make any of those throws less impressive. It's just as he continues to see these things for more and more, some of these throws that are just crazy lasers maybe could go to easier places for even bigger plays. But I really loved their play in verse 0. I thought he did a great job getting the ball out of his hand. He is really fun to watch. There are some times where he just decides, hey, I'm going to put it on my own shoulders. I can make a play, and damn near every time he does. He's that good. It's pretty fun to watch. We'll see what it looks like moving forward with the new coordinator, all sorts of different pieces on the perimeter, what they get when they get back to full strength. It will be fun to see that offense rolling. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.